Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of The Proper Take. It's Wednesday, 20th of April. Yesterday wasn't that great as far as the picks go, especially the Phillies really let us down there against the Rockies. Our picks overall were good for the day that we set out, but the three that we gave out, not so good. So let's hope to get back to it today, and let's start with reviewing the NBA games. So first matchup is the Nets versus the Celtics. From what it looks like is Ben Simmons could have some game time tonight in this game. He is currently likely to play, which will be really interesting to see. I mean, obviously it should help them defensively because that's where they're lacking the most. Rebounds, under the net, anything around basically the net they're struggling with against a bigger team, which Celtics are not really a bigger team, but it will help them down the road if they can win this series. So that'll be interesting. Boston Celtics are 3.5 point favorites in that game. Game 2, obviously Boston won the first game by 1 point with that crazy ending with Tatum getting the basket. And then you got the 76ers at the Raptors. First game in Toronto, obviously 76ers are going into this with a 2-0 lead. Gary Trent should be back for the Raptors. 76ers are going to be without Thibault for this one. Raptors are a 1.5 point underdog in this. And then you've got the Bulls at the Bucks. Obviously, the Bucks didn't cover the spread in the first game they played. So they'll be hoping to put out a better performance. They only got up to 93 points as well, scored. So hopefully Middleton, Drew Holiday have a little bit of a better game. They struggled in the first game. So Giannis really going to need them to step up as well in order to win the championship, not just the series. I don't think he needs them for the series, but he definitely needs them for the championship. And then in baseball, by the time this comes out, probably going to see the Oakland A's versus the Orioles with Jeffries pitching for the A's and Lyles pitching for the Orioles. Jeffries on a 1.93 ERA right now, which is really good, but I don't think that's going to last. I think they might lose today's game, to be honest. You got the Rays against the Cubs. Marcus Stroman pitching for the Cubs. I hate betting against Stroman, especially when the Rays aren't really hitting well. So I'm definitely going to stay away from that one. The Yankees against the Tigers. Severino pitching for the Yankees. Rodriguez pitching for the Tigers. It's just hard to take the Tigers right now because they're not scoring. As much as Yankees aren't scoring, the Tigers aren't really getting many runs. So probably stay away from that one. Or take the Yankees, to be honest. Angels versus the Astros. Ohtani hasn't had a great start to the season. He's 0-2 with a 7.56 ERA, which is not where you want to be and where you wanted to be coming into the season, especially because he did start pitching well. Trout is not playing either for the Angels. For some reason, they're favorites in this game. I mean, it's also because, Altuve isn't playing for the Astros either, so they've got one of their main guys out, but still, in Houston, Odorizzi pitching. You can get to Odorizzi, though, so I wouldn't touch that game. And then you got the Cardinals at the Marlins. Miles Mikolas is pitching for the Cardinals. Alcantara is pitching for the Marlins. Really like Alcantara as a pitcher. Miles Mikolas is getting a little bit older. He started great with a 2.61 ERA, but I'd rather bet on Alcantara in that game if I had to choose. The Diamondbacks at the Nationals. Diamondbacks losing both the doubleheader games yesterday. Merrill Kelly's pitching for them today, and Eric Fedde's pitching for the Nationals. So I'll probably stay away from that one. You got Jose Berrios pitching for the Blue Jays with Nick Pivetta pitching for the Red Sox. Blue Jays at the Red Sox. Red Sox winning yesterday's game. don't like this matchup either. And then you got the Giants versus the Mets. Mets again also winning both doubleheaders yesterday. We had the Mets in the second one, which was nice. Rodon pitching for the Giants and Bassett pitching for the Mets. Both started the season great. Only 6.5 runs in this game. Even though both started pitching great, you'd think one of them's got to give. I don't know. I would consider taking the over in that one. You got the Minnesota Twins versus the Royals. Chris Paddock, the old Padres pitcher, pitching for the Twins. And Daniel Lynch, the lefty, pitching for the Royals. I'm not going to touch that one. Possibly. It's a later game, so I'm going to wait to see what goes on in the first games, but it's definitely not going to be on my first sheet of picks. As with the Rangers versus the Mariners won that matchup yesterday. Logan Gilbert's pitching, who pitched great first game. Dave Dunning's pitching for the Rangers. Rangers, I think, have lost their last 4 or 5. Mariners have started great this year. They really started well. So we'll see if they can keep that up. As far as our picks for the day, let's get straight to it, shall we? Ooh, we actually like all 3 games in NBA today. They're all 3 going to be on our picks for the day that we're sending out. But as far as our one pick out of all of them, I'm going to take the Bucks minus 10 in NBA. I'm going to take the Bucks minus 10 in NBA. In NHL, which we haven't spoken about, but we do like a pick there. We're going to take the Blackhawks on the road to the Coyotes money line. So we're taking Blackhawks in NHL. And in MLB, we like a few of them, so we're just determining which one we like the most. And we're going to take the Yankees over the Tigers. So we're taking the Yankees over the Tigers, the Bucks minus 10 over the Bulls, and the Blackhawks money line over the Coyotes in hockey. Let's get it. Let's have a 3-0 day today. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel if you're watching for picks every day, free picks, and intel about the games. And we'll see you again tomorrow.